sure many of you or your families at home own dogs, and some of you might even have rescue dogs. Well, today I'm trying to convince you guys to always look to rescues first when you think about getting a dog, or you or your family is thinking about getting a dog. And there are 3 reasons why. 1, when you buy a dog from a pet store or an online seller, oftentimes you're supporting the business of puppy mills. Second reason being, buying a dog can be really expensive. You can be spending upwards of $1,000 if you're going to a breeder or a pet store. And then 3, when you get a rescue dog, it can be a lot easier on yourself not having to train the dog, not having to house train it, and having to tear up your furniture. So, to go over the first point, by rescuing a dog, you're fighting the business of puppy mills, and in an article published by the Humane Society, it states that puppy mills are factory-style breeding facilities that put profit above the welfare of dogs. And a lot of people don't know this, but that's one of the main ways that pet stores get their dogs is through puppy mills, and yeah, it's not good. So, not only are puppy mills morally wrong, but they also create bad habits in the dogs, and they can create mental scars that never go away for the rest of their lives. In an article published by the Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association, it states, dogs from pet stores versus non-commercial breeders represent a significant risk factor for the development of a wide range of undesirable behavioral characteristics, especially aggressive behavior. So one of the many benefits of having a rescue dog is if you don't want to deal with training your dog to have good behavior or training your dog to go outside instead of using your house as their own personal bathroom for months, you can have that option, and it's a lot less time and effort you have to put in to a happy relationship with your dog. It's not always frustrating. If the moral implications of puppy mills are puppy mills and misbehaved dogs don't convince you to adopt a dog, there's also a huge amount of money saved. And I know this from personal experience. I have 2 dogs at home. One of them was bought from a breeder, and that dog cost over $1,500. So it's a really steep number for a dog. And then I have a second dog who was bought from a rescue, and that dog was only $300, which is 1/5 of the price as you'd pay from a breeder. And you're not only saving up front, but again, you don't have to deal with all the cleaning that goes into it. New puppies, they love to destroy things. So you're not going to be replacing as much shoes, you're not going to be replacing furniture, you're not going to have to put all that time and money into buying cleaning supplies to cleaning up the floor. It's a lot of saved price. And also, I know that some veterinarians, including mine, will even give discounts for owning a rescued dog. So it's less money when you go to the vet, and vet trips can be very expensive sometimes. So basically, to recap, I talked about the moral implications of supporting puppy mills, the time and frustration you save yourself from, and the financial break you get from rescuing a dog.
Jocelyn, a few thoughts?
I think you started off really good. Your attention was good. You definitely connected with the audience. There was a preview. I got your point, like what you were trying to persuade us. Your preview was good. You listed the 3 main points you were going to be talking about, but I think you could have developed your points a little better. They were a bit short. Your transitions were good. I heard a couple citations, and that was good. You reviewed your main points at the end. You had some eye contact, but you did look at your paper a few times. But I think you did well. All you had to do was just develop your points a little bit more.
All right, well, I'll echo most of those things. I thought the points needed a little bit more development. You're very dependent on personal examples, especially on the first point to illustrate what you're talking about. There's a very good preview, so we know where you're headed with this. I think the opening kind of sounds like you're saying that you think everybody already believes what you're talking about. You've got to be careful about how you phrase that. I understand that you're looking to kind of create a community here by including us all in this process, but let's face it, if we all already agree, why are you talking to us? You know, we don't need that. So be careful about that. Maybe work the introduction a little bit more. The criticism of the puppy mills, I think you're missing an opportunity here to develop some good emotional proof that would move the audience toward your point of view, and so there's some opportunities that are lost there. The issue of aggressive behavior, I do think you need a little bit more citation of material there to demonstrate that point. Like I said, and like Jocelyn said also, I think you need to kind of develop a little bit each of these points. The money issue, again, you've got the same kind of thing that you're talking about here where it's personal experience, and I think that there's probably more generalizable information out there that you could add to this. The presentation, I think, is harmed a little bit by the big pages in your hand. It limits your gestures. You kind of wave it around occasionally. You have to look down at it more than you want. And the speech is relatively brief, so there's lots of room for you to do the kinds of things that you need to do to make it work more effectively. All right. Thank you.